For a show with so many questions, isn't it fitting that there's literally an episode not only titled question mark, but a literal question mark symbol? This was such a hyped episode for a long time, since it was supposed to be directed by the critically acclaimed Darren Aronofsky, known today as the director behind Requiem for a Dream, The Fountain, Black Swan, and more. A director the showrunners liked and paid homage to with their opening of season 2 to his film Pi. Check it out if you haven't seen it already. It's quite a trip. Unfortunately, he weren't able to do it, but his rapid editing and freaky dreamlike quality was still present in this episode, which begins with a dream, one that foreshadows the season finale, with the station going haywire and the same sound effect of the discharge.
Yes, Sammy.
And Eko, bring the axe.
Eko wakes up. He treks to the Swan station. A group is already on their way there. Another person who's running is fake Henry Gale. He's heading north, presumably towards the barracks. I wonder if he's actually using the tunnels this time. Michael stumbles out of the station, and we have one of my least favorite continuity errors. Why did the prop department change the design of the door? Did they really think we wouldn't notice the stark difference from the small wooden door? To this giant metal door with a logo on it? This happens all the time in TV shows and movies. Like when they change the location for Hagrid's hut in the Harry Potter movies. Sometimes to change something so it looks better, but it's still not consistent, and I didn't mind the wooden door anyway. They go down the airlock into the living room and find Anna dead. Fake Henry is gone, but Libby is still barely alive. Kate and Jack take Libby to the bedroom. Eko takes Anna in the armory. Eko comes out and offers that he and Locke will follow fake Henry's trail.
John, you have tracking experience, yes?
Yeah?
We will find this trail together.
Eko demands Locke to take him to the question mark on Locke's sketch of the blaster map. They go up north through the valley. They make a campfire in the middle of the jungle.
These landmarks. Is this a river?
No, it's a wavy line.
This comment about rivers fits well, since we know there's a lot of rivers in this area. They will trek to the Beechcraft and camp there. Back in the Swan station, Jack is treating Libby's gunshot wounds. He tells Sawyer to get the heroin from his stash, sending Kate with him to see where the stash is. After retrieving it from Sawyer's tent, they tell Hurley about Libby's critical condition. Something that's sad is that he's been waiting for a day. The ending of last episode was during daytime. They went to the station at night, and now it is daytime again. Maybe Hurley assumed something happened that caused her not to come. He likely checked her tent and saw that she wasn't there. Worried sick for the entire night. Poor guy. He will go to the Swan station with Sawyer and Kate. In an off-screen scene, Sawyer hands Jack the heroin. Hurley sits in the computer dome and tells Michael about he and Libby's date.
Date? Yeah. Picnic on the beach.
Camping at the Beechcraft, Locke has a dream. Upon hearing about the dream, Eko climbs the cliff, discovering a circle visible on the ground around the Beechcraft. A circle that kind of looks like a question mark. Eko climbs down again and says this.
The earth has been salted so that nothing can grow.
Why would anyone want to salt? There's nothing here.
I believe they made a circle, a target, so that this place can be seen from up above.
This could be a reference point for the periodic resupply drops. In the ground underneath the crashed plane, they discover the hatch to the Pearl. There's not a quarantine sign on the door. I'm not sure why only the Arrow and the Swan had that. Maybe they didn't have time to spray paint them all, or they forgot about it, or maybe there was a sign and it has washed away by now. Locke and Eko go down and explore the Pearl station. I interpret the name as a pearl acting like a crystal ball to observe remote locations, and it's almost like a foreshadowing to another island location that does the same thing, the lighthouse. I mean, they're both long shafts, one down to the underworld and one up in the skies. You have the parallels with the Man in Black's wishes and also Jacob. Behind the glass they can observe others. Just a cool connection. let's explore some more. There is a bathroom here, but we won't see it until the next season. In the next season, we'll also learn that the recent visitors who smoked here due to the stubbed out cigarettes came from the others who have been using the station after the purge.
Have them cover it up with the flame.
I wonder who the smoker is. There are 9 TV screens here. One of them is for the Swan, and there's another one for the Flame, but it's not accessible right now. Screen 5 is the one they watched the orientation film on, but Ben also uses screen 5 to watch the Swan. Adding the information from the episode expose, we know there are at least 4 to 5 cameras in the Swan station. 2 in the ceiling above the living area, 1 above the cupboard in the bedroom. Must be quite hidden, since it's like over here. The 4th one in the computer dome, based on the shot over here. The 5th one is in the bathroom, because one of the observers wrote down that Rodzinski took a shower.
0400 SR moves ping pong table again. 0415 takes a shower.
The other monitors could be for other projects, some of them not built yet, or some even older. One worker in the episode The Man Behind the Curtain had a Pearl logo on his uniform. That was as early as 1974, so if the station was built by then, it could have been used to observe a different station. Could it be that one monitor was for the Tempest at first, and another one for the Swan, and another one for the Orchid several years later?
At the end of your 8-hour shift, proceed to the Pala ferry, which will take you back to the village. Prepare for your next.
I've always been curious about why they had this elaborate scheme for the observers. After their 8-hour shifts, they would proceed to the Pala ferry, which would take them to the barracks. Why even take the ferry? Why not go directly to the barracks? The way I felt like solving it was this. First of all, they already have a DHARMA van at the station. It would drive them to the Pala ferry dock. We know from this video, from the season 5 orientation kit, that the Pala ferry goes to and from Hydra station 3 times a day. It probably ferries from this dock to Hydra, to the barracks, and then back to the Pala ferry dock. Someone would relieve them on their shifts. Likely another duo was ready to work and came from the barracks with the ferry, so the van likely went back and forward to the dock every 8 hours. So why avoid the road to the barracks? This is basically why I've added the capsule dump here. It's so the observers won't come across it on their way to the barracks and feel like their work is pointless. It's a bit kooky, just like the DHARMA people were, but that's my solution. If we are going out of the diegesis, the story world of Lost, we can theorize that the writers originally wanted the barracks to be on Hydra Island, so that the housing complex was on that same Alcatraz island with the cages, and you would need to take a ferry to get there. But then when writing the season 3 premiere, they might have scratched it since it fits better with stuff like Goodwin and Ethan running to the crash site. That could have been one way to look at it. At some point during this travel, one worker at the Pearl station got unlucky. While outside of the station, he or she would be taken by a polar bear and dragged out to a cave.
Your tour of duty in the Pearl will last 3 weeks, and during this time you and your partner will observe a psychological experiment in progress.
Fun fact, from the day the survivors blow open the hatch and went inside to the date when this episode took place, it had gone exactly 3 weeks. We as the audience did witness a psychological experiment in progress, with the characters going through various situations without knowing the outcome. Eko packs down some notebooks. He'll give one to Charlie.
Got me worried there for a second.
Can I ask you something?
They quarrel for a bit about the button until they leave the station. Back in the Swan station, Hurley is in the bedroom and apologizes to Libby for forgetting the blankets, who, in a brief moment of lucidity, utters Michael. In an attempt to reassure the woman, Jack tells her that Michael is okay, and Libby dies with the knowledge of the truth. Upset, Jack packs his supplies, Hurley mourns over Libby, Sawyer comforts Kate, and Michael considers what he has done. Stay tuned for next episode and please subscribe for more island exploration.